Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel, Made with Love. My name is Heather and today is Thursday, April 17th of 2025. So I'm going to do a nice little Easter centerpiece for my kitchen table. So I'm just going to kind of take this here. I made this a couple of years ago for Christmas. I think it was 2 years ago now. And I didn't touch it. You know, it's just been sitting like this. So I'm going to just remake this for Easter. So what I have is for the outside of the jar, which I love those clear containers, you know, vases, any clear canisters, jars, whatever. And then the cling wraps. So these window clings, whatever they are, can stick to there. Sometimes I find they may not always stick. So just a little piece of tape will help hold them on. I even use a little bit of piece of tape, if I can speak, to hold them on the windows, just because, you know, this house I've found is something I haven't had to deal with in like 14 years is actual, you know, like a furnace with vents. And so the air, you know, blows up under every window has a vent. And so I had one of these the other day and the heat kicked in and it just, you know, it blew it across. My animals had fun chasing it. One of my cats had fun chasing the little window clinger as it was, you know, being blown in the air on top of the register. So a little bit of tape will help hold those in place. So I've got these. And then I do have, like, most of my florals are still packed, but I did find a few through Floral. So this blue one and this pink one are fully intact. This purple one, you know, it's falling apart. I don't know where the other flowers are or the other eggs that went to it. Like I said, these I've had for quite a few years. Today I'm not going to go spend more money on florals at the moment. They're just, you know, so expensive right now. But so I'm just using what I have. And then I have a few other ones. I can just grab them all. They need to be repaired. I've had them for quite a few years and they just get, you know, used and they were just packed and they're falling apart. Like all this little grassy stuff is all falling off. And that's okay. I can just rewrap this on here. I'll get my glue gun and I'll just kind of glue it back into place. So these ones here, they're also missing some of their little flowers, butterflies. They look like flowers, but they're in the shape of butterflies. So each one should have like 6 on it, and I know that they are missing. So I've got like a light yellow creamy color. I've got this little peach. I've got a purple one and a blue one. And like I said, they're falling apart. So so the first thing I'm probably gonna do is just go and repair them. But these are my spring florals that I have for right now. And then I have this one garland of eggs here. And I'm gonna take the eggs off of the string. I was thinking keeping them on here, but I decided I'm gonna take the eggs off the string and use this as a vase filler for around the florals. And then I have a couple other little picks here that I found. Got this little purple egg. Actually, I think this one might be actually off of, it is. This purple egg is off of this one. Okay, so that I can just reattach. I didn't even realize that till just now. So that's why this one just kind of suddenly just appeared one day. So that's off that floral. And then I have these 2 little egg picks. And I used to have the bunnies that would hold these. I don't know where any of that stuff is. Everything is like packed or donated, you know, within the last year or so. So I got those 2. And I've found this one little purple glitter bird. It was actually sitting in one of my Halloween wreaths I had made. So I took him off and now he's going to be a part of the spring, you know, my spring. And then one second. Sorry, just dogs walking past our yard, so she has to bark at them. Okay, sorry. So last year I had made this little, he has risen cross, and let's see, it still lights up. And I had this on the lantern that I had. I'm not sure where the lantern is, but I take this off. And then I found this yesterday. So I'm like, oh, I can use this in, you know, sitting on one of my displays for Easter this year. And then I have these picks that I will be using in here as well. These ones I got recently at one of the dollar stores in town. And I said they kind of look like the Peeps. So I got the pink, blue, yellow, and white. There's 5 of each. So I got like 20 of these little bunnies. It'd be kind of cute sticking around either in this floral arrangement or maybe just the floating shelves above my kitchen table. Kind of stick some of those in. I had this little bunny that I'm going to do something with him tomorrow. I know what I want to do with him. I just couldn't find my puffball things to do today, so I will do that tomorrow. I'll be working on that one tomorrow. And then I have this set of eggs that I had gotten I'm going to keep dropping everything that I had gotten a couple years ago. They have the letter, so they spell out Happy Easter. And I didn't realize that I didn't know they had all the letters to them. And so, you know, I just glued a little bit of this ribbon around here just to kind of give it some decor. Because one time I just wanted them as the vase filler or basket filler. And I didn't really want them to say Happy Easter. I want to kind of set them around, however. So I just did, I just kind of glued a little bit of this ribbon stuff around. Again, I'm going to redo these this year. I'm going to take all of these off. I want to change it out just to kind of go with the decor I've got going this year, kind of my color patterns this year. So I'm just going to move this stuff around. Then first thing I'm going to do is do the floral arrangement. All right, so I'll just show all of these. I got this one's here with the little chicks. I got this one here. I loved the barn and the little bunny in the car. So I grabbed that one. And I think some of these are just cute. I like the little checkered bunnies on this one. And then just the bunny families. And this one's got the train. And this one here, you know, the rooster is pulling the basket. A little Easter basket wagon. I thought that was just so cute. Like I said, I don't have my day home anymore, but I still think these things are kind of cute. Then these ones, I mean, who doesn't love animals wearing hats and glasses? And then I got the rabbits, you know, all dressed up for Easter as well. These ones actually have that more realistic. Oh, this one here doesn't really look like a bunny. This one actually looks more like one of our guinea pigs we used to have. But it's got the longer ears, so you know it's a bunny, but it's just got the markings of our guinea pig. And then there's this one here with the rabbits and the flowers and the eggs. And this is the one I'm going to use because I think these colors go the best with the... Oh, shoot. Sorry, I'm trying to just reach around. I'm knocking everything down, but see the florals, I think they just go best with the real floral, or the florals I'm going to use, and the colors and stuff. Same with these eggs. I think it's just the perfect colors to go with these ones. So that's what I've decided to use is these ones. So first thing first, again, I just have to take this apart. So this was this one I had made a couple years ago for Christmas. Just gonna get these little blue gems out of here. And so, I've got the little lights on here, which are not working anymore. So either the batteries I guess have died, or they've kind of come out of place. Actually, no, I think I took them. I left the batteries in here, but they're not in their right place. And then, like I said, so this one's here with Christmas. So they got the little Christmas gnomes, and then this is just Christmas florals picks. I'm just going to pull them out of here. So I'm going to reuse this styrofoam. Just a couple pieces of styrofoam, and then this little hurricane vase. You can use it for candles or florals. And just gotta grab. Oops, I have a bowl. Got a bowl. I'm just gonna dump these in here. Oops. And then also, like as a vase filler, I have this little candle holder, which just kind of fits in there, and then you don't need to use so much filler. I'm just wondering if this is going to work with these eggs. They are not going to fit between there and there. That's okay. Don't think I really need them to do that, but I'm going to use the blue ones to space between the two jars. Then I will still keep this in here for the florals to stand up in. So kind of look like that. So set that aside, set this stuff aside. So first thing is just removing the Christmas ones, which you can see I've got everything is on here is taped. So I'm just gonna remove these little snowflakes. I'm not so worried about the tape. I'm just gonna remove the window clings. Don't want to come off. They've been on here so many years. They've probably been like oh, there's sticky stuff. It's just yeah, it's going to be tricky to pull this off if I can get this to come off in one piece so I don't wreck it, because this would be such a nice one. But no, it's going to just peel off. It's just going to, I'm going to have to peel this. I'm not going to be able to save these window clingers on this one. They've been on here so many years now, and I think I had them even in the window, so I think the sun has like actually baked them on. And I've had this happen before with the window clingers in the windows where, you know, they just kind of get baked on sometimes if they're just in the direct sunlight. So I'm gonna have to peel all these off. I'm not gonna be able to save any of these window clingers, which is too bad, but like I said, you know, they're just from the dollar store, a couple dollars. So I'm going to go peel these off, wash this container, this vase, and wash the little candle holder, and then I will be back. All right, so I got these all washed. So my first thing, I'm going to set this in here. And I've got all the blue plastic vase fillers are all washed as well. I'm just going to drop these down. That's all I'm going to do. And this is going to be very loud. So I'll be back as soon as I get all the blue beads in here. All right, so I got all this in here. I've got a few that fell in there. And now my cat is right here because I dropped some of these on the floor, so she was chasing after them. But there I've got blue beads between the two pieces of glass. So now I'm going to take my styrofoam, put that in, and I'm going to put some of these blue beads down just to hold the styrofoam in place, and also just to kind of hide the styrofoam as well. But mostly I just want to have it so it's holding the styrofoam straight up, and that is my cat knocking everything over. Okay, so all all those beads are now holding up the styrofoam. And now I can go and start putting the florals in place. Okay, calm down, kitty. So I'm going to start with the ones that have the grass on here. Like I said, I didn't fix these. I know I should, but I just don't have I don't really feel like I have time tonight. I mean, I'm looking at the clock. It's almost 6:30, and I've just got a few hours before I got to go get my daughter from work and my husband from work. So I just kind of want to get this centerpiece kind of made. So I'm just sticking them in. You know, I've got the blue on here and the purple this way. Then I'm going to put this one kind of like making a square out of these, so they kind of like fill out the container. And then the other florals I'm going to stick in the top. Like that. Looks like this. And I'm going to grab these other florals. And I do already have it bent. I used to cut my florals and then I'd be so mad when they would be too short. So now I just bend them unless I felt like I needed to do that. But I'm just going to pull these a little bit, just kind of fluff these flowers out. I really would like to get some new florals. I have some nice tall florals. What are they? They are the Easter lilies. I think they're upstairs in the spare bedroom, so I will go and look for those and bring those up down as well. So you just kind of stick that one there, and I will do the same to the pink one, and then it's the purple one that's kind of broken. So I'm going to stick it kind of at the back so you don't really notice that it's missing some of its florals right now. But I think if I do look, I'll probably be able to find. So I'm going to stick this one actually in the center. So it's kind of, these kind of falling off, just kind of twisting them back together. I'll just stick this one right down in the center here, like that. And then this little purple egg here, again, I should have attached it before I stuck it in. That's okay. I'm just gonna wrap it around the stem here, like that. There we go. Just kind of pull the eggs out so you can kind of see. Like that. Then I'm gonna put in the rest of these blue beads just to kind of hide, you know, the styrofoam and everything. Okay, that one rolled under the table, so I'll have to get that. If I don't get it, my cat, she's gonna jump down and she'll grab it for me. That's what she did last time I dropped one under the table. Okay, like that. I mean, that's a nice arrangement already. But like I said, I have these foam eggs and I'm gonna take them off. This pink ribbon, these eggs just, you know, don't look very good anymore. I don't know how many years I've had them. I use them for my day home, so, you know, it would be up, and then I know the kids would play with them and stuff. My animals have gotten to them. Oh, see, my cat, she is here. She wants the ribbon. Okay. Let's see. I'm just going to trim this off this way. Oh. there. Now I'm just going to grab these. I'm just going to stick these around. Just kind of make a nice colored pattern here. Okay, I'm going to take the blue ones out because you're not going to be able to see them and they're not going to fit. So I'll take the blue ones out just because they kind of hide in there. Did I mess up my pattern? Yellow, pink, green, yellow. Yes, I did. Trying to figure out why I've got same color beside each other. There we go. Like that. Like I said, we've got these 3 blue ones, which I think I'm going to just, let me see, I've got some of these. I can do this. Got this pick here. This egg, and kind of just stick in like that. Same with this one here. And then I have these bunny picks as well. I've got this one. I could just kind of slip there. Just kind of tucked it in between all the grassy stuff. There. And these ones, I'm just going to stick them wherever it will fit. Reach there. Let's see, here's my pattern now. Yellow, white, blue, pink. There we go. I'm just gonna continue putting these around. I gotta get these a little closer together. I'm just gonna take these out and move them closer so they'll all fit around here. So I'll be back as soon as I get, like I said, there's the 4 colors, 5 of each, so there's 20 of these. So I'll be back when I get all 20 around the flowers. All right, so I got all of those in here. Now I've got this little purple bird. I'm going to just clip it up here. I think I'll clip it by the pink flower over here. Oops. Can't even see it. That This is the front, and now I've got the bird clipped kind of to the back, which is not where I wanted it. I wanted it clipped to the front. There. The bird is there. I'm going to clip it to a leaf that's a little bit thicker so it won't fall. Let's try that. There, that's a bit better. Now it's sitting there. Just going to move this floral, move the leaves. There. Now the final one is to put the cling wraps on this vase. Let's see. I'm going to start with the largest bunny. I'm going to say this bunny is larger than the vase, but I think it looks kind of cute just sitting like that. Let's see, unless I can angle it. There, that looks really good. I like how it kind of curves. And I'm going to do this bunny sitting in the flower pot. I should have gotten the larger vase, but I couldn't reach it. And one, which I don't think I can fit the other bunny. Oh, let's see. This bunny's too big. Maybe I'll just do the two small bunnies on here. The bunny sitting in the flower pot, and I got this little bunny here, and I've got a space. So let's see if I can get these florals, the eggs in. Yes, that will fit. And then there's a little bit of space. Oh, I'm not even in the view again. So I've got that bunny in the floral pot. I've got the florals, and I got this little bunny here. And then there is a couple of eggs here. And there's some space there. So let's see if I can fit all three of these eggs here. It's too bad that that other bunny is just too big for this little flower arrangement. That's okay. I can use the bunny, you know, somewhere else in my decor. There, so we got the eggs, and then the bunny, and the flowers with the eggs, and then the other bunny. So one is, my floral arrangement is done. I'm going to say these things, once you take them off here, it is hard to get them back in exactly, but I like to try to keep them like this for as long as possible. So now I'm just going to set my floral arrangement in the center of my table and show you what it looks like. Right, so there is my Easter floral arrangement. So there's that. Just kind of rotate it around. I kind of like this bunny facing out, but I have it set so that the flowers face the other way. You know, it's just one of those things. I wasn't really thinking of that. This is where the, you can see this bunny too. Let's go. So when you go, oh, I'm tripping over my animals. So when you're sitting at the table, you can just see there's different bunnies and things. And I know my cat and dog, they found those extra beads that had rolled under the table. So I will grab those in a minute. But there is the final floral arrangement. And where's the bird? Oh, there's the little purple bird. I want the little bird to be seen from this side here. So there we go. So again, I just want to say thank you so much to everybody who's subscribing to my channels and watching my videos, and I will see you in the next ones.